Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your December 2016 mid-month readings. I am using the Gilded Tarot deck as usual by artist Cyril Marchetti. And even though we're focusing more on the last half of December than the month in its entirety, still going to be using the same 8-card spread with an additional 9th card from the bottom of the deck as your crowning card representing overall energy and advice. Make sure to check your rising and your moon sign as well because these are general readings. There's a lot of you watching. Everybody has different things going on in their lives. So it's not going to play out, resonate, or mean the same thing to everyone who's watching. And by watching your rising and your moon sign videos, they may play out a little more predictively for you this month. Or if you're like me, you find that watching each of your signs, sun, moon, and rising, gives you different insights and different pieces of what's going on in your life, so that watching them together gives you a more clear and kind of a bigger picture of what's going on. So watch all three if you can and if you know what they are. Thank you always to start to those of you who continue to watch and listen and follow and subscribe. Feedback and support, very welcome, most appreciated. I'm very grateful for that. Keep the comments coming. I do read each and every single one, and I do love reading them, particularly in how the readings are playing out in your lives for those of you for whom they resonate. I thank you very much for everyone who also continues to reach out for personal one-on-one readings. It is an honor and a pleasure always to read for you, and I am grateful for the trust that you place in me to interpret and intuit the cards for you. Both my occasional clients and my regular clients as well, for allowing me to be a regular part of your life as the chapters continue to unfold. And if any of you are interested in a personal reading for yourself or as a gift reading for friends, family, or loved ones, even though, of course, you can purchase those at any time during the year, I always get a lot of requests for personal readings as gifts during the holidays. So if you're interested in that for someone else or for yourself, you can click on the About button on my YouTube channel's homepage, which will give you a little more information about what I do, and also has my email address. You can email me directly at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you and anyone else if you choose to purchase a gift reading for someone. And also, we are coming to the end of December 2016 and therefore the end of the year 2016. And while I offer year overviews at any time during the year because they simply cover 12 months from the time of the reading, I'm already getting a lot of requests, and I always do in November and December for the coming year. I do offer a 75-minute year overview and outlook for the 12 months following the reading, which is pretty popular around the end of the year because it's a natural time people kind of reflect over the end of the year and what's coming. So it is a 24-card spread with additional clarifiers if you want deeper looks into specific areas of your life, and it covers all the major factors of your life. So if you're interested in that, let me know when you email me. I do readings full-time, 6 days a week, so I'm able to get back with you pretty quickly and set up a reading within a fairly timely fashion. Current turnaround time is anywhere from a couple of days upwards of 2 weeks. And holidays are busy times, but I do still have openings left between now and the beginning of January 2017. At least I do currently, although the spaces do tend to book up pretty fast. So if you're interested, email me at Maggie1McGuire@gmail.com. I hope everyone is having a fabulous December so far. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all of you who celebrate such things. So enough said, let's get right into this reading. This is for Gemini for December 2016 mid-month. Let us see what the remainder of December has in store for the air sign of Gemini. Gemini, the twins. The two faces of Gemini. What does the remainder of December 2016 and the remainder of the year have in store for our beautiful twins? The air sign of Gemini. Gemini, December 2016, mid-month. Okay. Oh, wanting to jump right out of my hand, Gemini. We begin with the Six of Pentacles, followed by the Seven of Wands. Next to that, we have the Nine of Wands, followed by the Eight of Swords. the Ace of Swords, followed by Strength, the Six of Wands, followed by the Queen of Pentacles, and from the bottom of the deck, as your overall energy and advice, we have the Knight of Pentacles. Let's just take a look, Gemini. I'm already feeling it looks like there's offers or opportunities either on the table for you right now or coming virtually right around the corner. There's kind of a sense of maybe a temporary delay or setback and feeling kind of stressed out about that. But spirit, there's kind of a message of just hang on, it's coming quite quickly is kind of the feeling I'm getting. Some of you may be kind of in a situation, relationship situation. I think for a lot of you, there's something to do with job and career and money. Um, it feels like either there's been a delay, a setback, an obstacle to something, or a delay. I think for some of you, something's not coming through in the time frame that you wanted it to, but it is coming, and it does look pretty nice as well. I know it's always hard to hear when you're waiting and wanting something. Hang on, it's coming, but it's actually showing that it truly is coming. And I feel like it's soon. It's either going to manifest at the end of the month or perhaps in the first half of January 2017. Let me just take another quick look here and see what else is coming through. Okay, let's begin, Gemini. So we find ourselves in the middle of December 2016 with the energy of the Six of Pentacles, followed by the Seven of Wands. So Pentacles, let's see, we have 1, 2, 3 Pentacles card. I feel like from the bottom of the deck, let's pull another one. Ace of Pentacles. I don't know why I felt compelled to do that, but I do as overall energy. So there's another Pentacles. Tangible earthly energy going on, and wands as well, which can often govern creative enterprises, projects, and career as well. So for a lot of you, what's coming through is energy, earthly energy, which manifests typically in areas of money, finances, property, resources, job, etc., tangible sorts of things. And we start with earth energy, the Six of Pentacles. So Pentacles is governed by earth. This is a sector of your life that deals with things that manifest in earthly, tangible ways: money, job, finances, resources, property, home, etc. The Six of Pentacles is a card of balance and harmony and evenness. Sometimes it can be a little tricky to interpret. It can represent being a symbiotic, healthy relationship, giving and receiving. It can represent needing to be more open to giving and receiving as well. But it's generally considered energy that's balanced, that's moderate, that's in harmony and peace. It represents a person, if not yourself, that's very generous and open and giving. And it is kind of a foreteller of good fortune coming, or some kind of good luck and good fortune coming that's tangible, typically money or finances or resources or something that's coming your way quite soon. And I do get that feeling here for you, Gemini. But a lot of it is based on how generous and giving and thoughtful and compassionate a person you have been. In relationship issues, this is a nice card to have come up, particularly if it's surrounded by positive cards, because it represents a healthy symbiotic relationship where the affection is mutual, the attraction is mutual, there's a mutual give and take. Sometimes, depending on the cards that surround it, it can represent needing to be more open to giving or needing to be more open to receiving. So, but I feel like for you, Gemini, there's for a lot of you watching, there's something coming which is going to be beneficial to you in a very tangible way. For some of you, it's actual dollars and cents. This could be perhaps waiting for a bonus, waiting for a raise, some kind of perhaps waiting on a settlement of some kind. Uh, for others of you, it could be even more concrete, something to do with property matters. Job and career. For some of you, I feel like it's a job position, a job offer, or a promotion within an already established career path. I feel like for some of you, it's actually oriented on a job. Either you're waiting for a job offer or you're waiting for a promotion or a move within your current company or whatever it is that you're doing. Somebody out there must need to hear that, because I feel like it's very specific. Somebody's waiting. Some of you out there listening are waiting on either a move within your job or waiting for a specific job offer itself. I feel like there's a kind of an era of frustration and of battling through, of holding on to this and feeling like it's never going to come. But the Six of Pentacles, and I'm also looking at the last combination of cards, the Six of Wands and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like it's coming, and I feel like it's coming quite quickly. It's not here yet, and you kind of, because of that, you kind of feel stuck. But Spirit is saying just hang in there is kind of the feeling I'm getting. That six, and it's very specific. So it's going to be specific for somebody or a small group of somebody's watching that. The rest of you, of course, it's going to manifest in different, the specifics will manifest differently because there's so many of you watching. But as I always say, the fundamental energy is the same. Whatever it is that you're waiting for or waiting on or wanting, it looks like it is coming. And part of the reason it's coming is because of who you are and kind of how you operate and present yourself. Some of you may be in a position where literally a job position or a situation. Some of you, this could even be a personal relationship, although I'm getting more of that Pentacles energy than a personal relationship. Some of you are in a position or a relationship, a situation where you feel you're not getting what you deserve. You're wanting more than what you currently have. That Six of Pentacles is paired with the Seven of Wands. So we have fire energy here. Fire governs the suit of Wands. It's a very active, dynamic, fluid suit. It's about change, movement, action, power, forward momentum, building, creating, manifesting. The suit of Wands is governs the area of our life that's about creative, inspirational, even artistic endeavors and projects. It's also about career in our lives, where we're building what we want to do with our lives and how we want to create and build and move our lives forward as well. So the Seven of Wands is a card that has a lot of defensive energy in it. You can see that this man is standing in front of the door to his home, his castle, his keep, and what he's actually defending is going to, of course, play out differently for those of you watching. Whatever it is, it's something that he feels very strongly in. In this case, it's his home, because he's invested a lot of himself into it. His love, his time, his money, his resources, all of his efforts, and he feels like it's being challenged or threatened somehow. This can be, so whatever it is that you're feeling quite passionate about, that you've put a lot of yourself in, invested a lot of yourself in this. It could just be, an emotional investment, but it could also be dollars and cents, resources, your time, your experience. For relationships, it would be everything that you've invested of yourself in this relationship, and feeling like it's being challenged or threatened somehow, or there's something not manifesting for you yet. This is a card that can represent standing up for yourself, standing up for someone else, and not compromising or negotiating past the point where you feel you're compromising your own personal integrity or who you are. This is a card of standing firm, of not backing down. Sometimes it can represent being too defensive. For some of you, although I think it's for a smaller portion of you, this combination of the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands can be can be about holding on to a situation, or taking a very defensive posture in a situation that's a little too defensive. For some of you, this situation, job, relationship, whatever it is for you, there's a little. Some of you, you need to examine the possibility that you may be being a little too defensive, and that Six of Pentacles energy is asking you to be a little more open to giving and receiving, or compromise and negotiation, which is a part of life, particularly in dealing with other people. Not compromising and negotiating past the point where you feel you're comfortable with it in terms of who you are, what you stand for, your own personal integrity. So some of you may want to take a look at whether you're being a little too defensive in a situation. Some of you are in a situation, job, relationship, something where you feel you're not getting what you deserve, or what you're getting currently is not equal to what you've been investing in, and there's a sense of wanting more than you currently have. Some of you, you've been working and waiting and wanting something. And again, I'm getting that specific job move, job promotion, or job offer. You're waiting and waiting and waiting for this. And it feels like you've been doing everything right. You've been doing the right stuff. You're waiting and it just hasn't manifested yet. And there's a sense of frustration and feeling trapped. But again, I'm getting quite strongly this underlying current of energy and message from Spirit Gemini that it is coming. It is coming. Hold on. It is coming. So next to that, we have the Nine of Wands paired with the Eight of Swords. So the Nine of Wands, more fire energy here. You're almost there, Gemini. We're almost at the 10 here. You can see that this man, he's a soldier. You can see he's girded for battle. He has, his equipment, his helmet on. He's sunk down on one knee and he's holding on to this wand. He's holding on to it as if it's the only thing keeping him upright. And behind him is this cluster of 8 wands. This cluster of 8 wands is symbolic for something he's run into, an unexpected delay, an obstacle, a challenge, a roadblock of some kind, um, perhaps even an unexpected one. And he's withdrawn a little ways to kind of think it over, re-strategize, take another look at it. Did I do something wrong? How can I fix this? How do I get through this obstacle, over it, overcome it? Do I try and avoid it? Do I go through it? How do I deal with this? This represents uh, um, running into a delay, a challenge, an obstacle with whatever this situation is, and trying to figure out how to deal with it, basically, because the underlying energy of this card is to go back in and complete it, figure out how to deal with this last challenge, this last hurdle, this last whatever this is. And I say last because we're at the Nine of Wands here. 10 would represent completion, the end of it. This soldier, in other tarot decks, he's seen as standing up, holding onto the wand with a bandage around his head. He's a soldier and he's obviously seen more than his fair share of battles, but he's still there. He's still going on and he's almost at the end. You're almost at the end, Gemini. You're at the 9. There's just this one last delay, obstacle, challenge, hurdle, whatever it is that has kind of shown up, but you're almost there. It's about not giving up. It's about pushing through this last little bit. Withdrawing, perhaps even withdrawing a little bit, not a retreat, not leaving, not giving up, but taking a step back. Because what happens when we take a step back is we're able to get a different perspective, put something in perspective, get clarity on something, or just see it as what it is, which is a temporary delay, challenge. For some of you, you're waiting for something, it hasn't manifested yet, you feel like giving up. What do I do? But it's almost there. It's almost within sight. You're almost there, Gemini. And again, whatever this is, job, career, it could be property issues for some of you. It could be difficulty within a relationship. For some of you, you're being very defensive about it as well. There's a sense of feeling stuck and of feeling trapped, but you're not. So be vigilant against feeding any of that negative energy, because that Nine of Wands is paired with the Eight of Swords, which I don't like seeing for you. So we have air energy here. Air is the element that governs the suit of swords. This is a very mental, cerebral, intellectual energy. The suit of swords is, it's all about how we look at things, our words, ideas, communications, our perspectives, perceptions, belief systems. It's all about what goes on up in our head. The Eight of Swords is a card that indicates feeling trapped, feeling, as you can see quite clearly on this card, feeling trapped, feeling held hostage, feeling maybe victimized, or feeling helpless, unable to take control of your life, or a certain situation, feeling like there's nothing you can do. But the energy of the Eight of Swords is fairly illusionary, meaning that whatever it is that you're, whatever the situation represents for you, Gemini, job, career, relationship, property issues, even legal matters, perhaps for some of you, there's a sense that something has come up either at the 11th hour, or you've just reached a point where you're like, what I want, I'm not getting what I want, I'm not getting what I deserve, I'm not getting what I have done. I feel like a lot of you are like, I've done all the right things. When is this going to happen for me? And feeling trapped, like there's nothing you can do. But it's illusionary. Swords represents ideas. This is not tangible energy like the earth energy of Pentacles. What's keeping this woman feeling like she's held hostage or trapped is these swords, which is symbolic for our words, our ideas, how we look at something. What's keeping her feeling like she's trapped is actually her herself. It's her way of looking at something. All of these swords together could represent one belief system, a way of looking at this situation, or a lot of different, perhaps negative or challenging thoughts, doubts, fears, insecurities. You can see that even though these swords are completely hemming her in, the gaps between them are plenty wide enough that she could just walk right through them. She's on her knees, but nobody is forcing her down there or holding her there. And the chains which are wrapped around her wrist are not connected to anything or anyone. With a twist of her wrist, those chains could fall off. She could take the blindfold off her eyes and see that actually she can stand up on her own 2 feet and walk through and away from the situation. She's not a victim. She's not, nobody else has control of this situation. So that's what I mean by illusionary. The Eight of Swords represents that whatever it is that you've run into, if it's a sudden, unexpected delay, obstacle, or challenge, you've just gotten to the point and waiting for something to manifest. It hasn't gotten there yet. You're like, I can't, there's nothing else I can do. I'm stuck. I'm trapped because I'm powerless. There's nothing else I can do. Be really vigilant against that energy, Gemini, because Spirit is telling you it is coming. Um, Whatever hard work you've invested in something, whether it's a job, a career path in general, a legal issue, a relationship, it may feel like there's no movement because you're not seeing the results tangibly right in front of you, but there's always things going on. Energy is always working, the wheel is always turning, and it is coming. And again, I feel like it's coming fairly soon. So just hang in there. That combination of the Nine of Wands and the Eight of Swords is saying, don't give up. You're almost at the end. Be vigilant against this energy of letting your thoughts kind of control you. It's your thoughts and your perspective, the way of looking at it that's keeping you feeling like you're trapped and held hostage. You're really not. And Spirit wants you to know that quite clearly. Now, next to that, we have the Ace of Swords paired with strength. Here's your advice right here. So more mental, intellectual, cerebral energy here with swords, and we have an ace, the Ace of Swords. Aces represent one, the promise, potential, an initial something which looks really good, and it has the potential to manifest and grow into something else. Well, this is air energy, so what is this new beginning? Because aces represent new beginning, potential. They represent the seeds. And the Ace of Swords comes in and it cuts away all the extraneous fantasy and illusion and exposes the reality of what is in a situation or a relationship or a job or a project. And it's typically considered a successful card because it comes in very swiftly and it's about a new outlook or perspective because this is swords. So this is about our words, ideas, and our outlooks. This represents a new way of looking at something, getting a different perspective, a fresh perspective, seeing it for what it really is, not making it to be bigger or worse than it is, but actually seeing it for the reality of it is, for the reality of what it is. And again, I'm feeling this more as advice energy for you, Gemini. Spirit saying you need to take a step back, like this Nine of Wands, this soldier is doing. Take a step back, take another look at it, get a different perspective and a different outlook because the reality of the situation is it's not as you're not trapped, you're not held hostage. It's not as bad as I think some of you are kind of making, kind of twisting it up in your head to be, allowing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities, perhaps even the for some of you, if you've been waiting a long time for something to manifest, Spirit is saying, take a step back and take another look at it, and have the strength to kind of to look at the situation for what it is and face whatever fears or doubts or insecurities you have instead of perhaps allowing yourself to feed them, kind of sitting in them. Or for some of you, there's a sense of it making you very kind of defensive and closed off, which may actually block any potential opportunities or beginnings that are coming your way. It's a beautiful, successful combination, though. It's just asking you to take a different look, to have a fresh perspective on this. It's the Ace of Swords is generally considered a card of success, and it's a success that's associated with your clarity of vision, not allowing yourself to what some people call future trip on a situation because it feels like the situation itself, whatever it is that you're worried about or that you're waiting to manifest or that you're wanting, it feels like perhaps you're putting more energy into the negative aspect of it than is really called for here. And it's about seeing it for in its reality. I'm just going to go on from there because I can't quite I can't quite verbalize it right. It's just about having a different perspective. Don't look at it so negatively. That Ace of Swords is paired with strength, major arcana card here, so significant, profound energy and messages. Strength is about wrestling with your demons and conquering them, coming to an acceptance of what is, what you can do and what you can't do, but looking at what you can't do and letting that go instead of dwelling in the worry and anxiety about it. This is about facing your fears, your doubts, your insecurities head on and walking through them. And it's about the strength and wisdom and insight and clarity that you get from that process. This is not about the kind of strength that comes from brute force and brawn and waving your sword around and look how big and strong I am. This is a quiet but no less strong kind of strength and courage. This woman you can see has tamed this wild beast, this lion. And this lion is symbolic for whatever this situation is. Basically, your fears and your insecurities about it, waiting for something to manifest. I do get this strong sense of waiting. And again, of wanting more than what you have right now, or feeling like the results aren't there on something, the results are not coming, or the effort what you've invested in something is not paying off. But Spirit is saying quite strongly, take another look at it, and have faith because it is coming. Stay strong. That's the basic underlying message I keep getting, Gemini. And hopefully the reading doesn't confuse you too much, but the underlying message is you're almost there. It's right around the corner. It is coming. Do not give up. I feel like some of you may be feeling like giving up on something or turning your back on something because you feel like there's no movement, there's no manifestation, but it is. Spirit is saying, take another look at it, have a fresh perspective. It's coming. You're going to be very happy. Stay strong and don't give up. And it pays off because at or towards the end of December 2016, and for some of you, I feel like it's going to be somewhere moving into the first part of next year, the first part of January. We have the Six of Wands, which is victory, triumph, and success, paired with the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles, while it can represent you or another person, the presence of the Queen of Pentacles is a very good sign of coming, of good fortune coming. And I feel like it's coming quickly for you. It's a sign of good fortune coming because, like with that Six of Pentacles, because of what you've done, because of how you've conducted yourself, the effort you've put into something, taking care of everything. As advice, too, as well, the Queen of Pentacles can represent that your success and your triumph and your victory can come from how you manage things. Because as an actual individual, if I were to describe the Queen of Pentacles as a person, this would be the woman or man, because this is a general reading. So in personal readings, I read the genders as more specific, but it's impossible to do with gender, with general readings. So this could be male or female. If I were to describe the Queen of Pentacles as a person, she would be Ah, she's a wonderful nurturer and caretaker, but in a very down to earth, practical sort of way. She would be the person who works a full time job or owns her own business or is like the best housewife and homemaker. She makes it look effortless. She always looks well put together. Her business is always run well. The kids always look good. The house is beautiful. She volunteers twice a month at her local church. She just has this inherent beautiful quality of being able to manage all those things in the Pentacles world, our day to day earthly world, navigating her way through that. It's also a card of prosperity, of financial and physical prosperity and abundance and comfort that comes from how well she's able to run her own life and be involved in the day to day aspects of the world that we live in. It is also a good card that says, good fortune is coming, and it's coming quite quickly. And paired with the Six of Wands, I mean, this is a card of victory, triumph, and success after struggle or achievement of something that you've been investing a lot into. This man went off to accomplish something. He went off on a mission or a quest to accomplish something, get a new job, get a promotion, buy a new house, win his lawsuit, whatever, again, this is for you, Gemini. And he was successful, triumphant. He's riding back into town, and the crowd is recognizing him. They are acknowledging his achievement, his victory, his success. They're applauding him. This is also a card that can, for some of you, signify public recognition as well. More people than just you are acknowledging whatever it is that you're going to be triumphant over. It's a card that can represent perhaps being publicly recognized. Again, within a work environment, this could represent a promotion and a raise. People celebrating that with you. Other people acknowledging the investment of time and effort that you've put into something, and being publicly recognized for that. It could be an award. You could be getting some kind of award, or being recognized publicly in some way because of because of you manifesting this Queen of Pentacles energy. It's very similar to how we started the Six of Pentacles, which is also a card that it has an indication that good fortune is coming. Whatever it is that you're waiting to manifest or that you're wanting to, some of you may feel like giving up, Gemini, but Spirit is strongly saying don't do that. Even if you can't see movement, it is always happening and it is coming for you. And it is based on how how you have conducted yourself, how you've invested of yourself. It's almost going to be an acknowledgement of how giving and resourceful you have been, if that makes sense to any of you at all. Now, your crowning card, your overall energy and advice from the bottom of the deck, is the Knight of Pentacles. And I felt compelled to pull another card to see what was behind it. And we have the Ace of Pentacles as well. So a lot of earth energy here. This is tangible energy, finances, money, job, career, property, legal matters as well. Knights represent something being brought to you. Knights are the method of delivery in the tarot. They are the method by which something is delivered, either to you or from you to somebody else. And they also represent the speed at which a situation moves. So this knight is the Knight of Pentacles. This could represent the actual person who's making this offer, presenting an opportunity. It would be an earth sign person, sun, moon, or rising, which would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So this represents something being brought to you, an offer, an offering, an opportunity, and it's tangible. This is a see, touch, feel thing. Again, it could be actual money, dollars and cents, in terms of a raise, a promotion, or a job offer. It can represent an actual job offer. It can represent resources, a tangible gift of some kind. And it could also represent, for some of you, I feel like there's a couple of you maybe waiting on the outcome of a legal case, civil litigation, but it's about money, or you're waiting on a settlement, and this represents that money or whatever it is that you're waiting for, waiting to manifest. Some of you, this could be something to do with investors and business. Perhaps some of you are waiting for an investment of money in an entrepreneurial project, or perhaps your own business of some kind that just kind of came through. But this is your overall energy. There is an offer, an offering, or an opportunity either on the table for you right now, something which you already know about, or something which is coming very soon, because knights also represent the speed at which a situation can move. And out of all four of the knights, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest because he's governed by earth, which is a slower energy than air or water or fire, certainly. But it's solid, stable, reliable energy. There's a sense of continuity to it. It is coming, and when it comes, it's going to be very good. I always feel like whatever the offer or opportunity is being brought by this Knight of Pentacles, it's it, the gift itself, the offer opportunity itself is very nice, and it has the potential to grow even more. This is a very lush looking card, lots of greens and golds. It's very vibrant and rich, and it implies a pretty comfortable sense of prosperity and luxury and just sheer dollars and cents. So if it's a job offer or a job opportunity, it looks good initially, not just in what the job would entail in terms of, what you'd be making, perhaps the environment and people you'd be working with, but it looks like it has the potential to grow even more. And the card I felt compelled to pull to see what was behind that is the Ace of Pentacles. So more earth energy here with this Knight of Pentacles. So what is this Knight bringing? It's an offer or opportunity. It represents a new beginning in a very tangible way. So here we have another Ace, new beginning, something beginning to unfold. This can also represent a gift coming. For some of you, it's actual dollars and cents, a gift of finances. This is a card which frequently comes up for tangible new beginnings like moving, relocation, new job, new home. So this is a tangible new beginning. What's on the table, if it's not there already, it's coming, because the Knight of Pentacles says what I'm bringing is real and solid and stable. You can literally take it to the bank. It's moving a little slower because this Knight of Pentacles is powered by earth. He's not as fast as fire or water or air, but it is coming. So again, for some of you, it may feel like nothing's happening, like this is never going to happen. It's not going to manifest, but it is. It is coming. I mean, it's that's the if you go away from this reading with nothing else, Gemini, take that with you. Whatever it is that you're wanting, that you've been actually working for, because you have to work for what you want, otherwise it's typically not just going to show up. Again, don't give up. You're almost there. It is coming. It's a little slow. There may have been a little bit of a delay, but it is coming. It may manifest by the end of the month. It may be a little bit into January, but it feels very close. It is coming. So hold strong, hold firm, don't give up, don't run away, don't back down, don't give in. It's on its way, and it looks like you're going to be very happy with it. For some of you, for a lot of you, it's you're either moving or it's new job. Whatever you're waiting for has to do with moving, relocating, or job or move within your company, or waiting for a job offer, settlement, whatever it is, it's tangible, see, touch, feel. So I can't wait to hear back from your feedback as to what this actually specifically is, because I feel like you're going to be quite happy with it. So hopefully this will manifest for you. It's always nice when things happen right before the beginning of the new year, because it's great to go into the new year with. But even if you have to wait a little bit into January, it still feels very close, and what a great way to start 2017 off with, Gemini. So I hope you have enjoyed this reading, Gemini. I hope you at least have found it useful, that it hasn't confused you too much. I felt a little scattered during the first part of it, but hopefully it comes across clear to those of you who need to hear the message. So thank you very much for watching it, and I will see you all again in a couple of weeks for the, wow, first reading for January 2017, the general readings then. I hope all of you have a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year. And again, if you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me, or as a gift reading for a friend, or if you're interested in the yearly overview and outlook for 2017, I do still have openings left between now and the end of the year. But of course, we can always schedule for, past that as well too. But I do still have some openings left over the next couple of weeks. You can email me directly at Maggie, the number one, McGuire at gmail.com. I would be delighted to work with you. I will see you all again, hopefully in a couple of weeks, for the January 2017 general readings. And until then, Gemini, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye-bye.